and Human Resources from Southern New Hampshire University in Manchester, New Hampshire. My guest today is Mark Lynch. Mark is the creator of MDL Branding Limited. Using LinkedIn, Mark has helped job seekers all over the world quickly achieve a successful online presence. His passion and unique presentation styles have enabled each client to achieve online exposure rapidly with an online presence that stands out from the competition. Utilizing LinkedIn's vast network, Mark has coached hundreds of job seekers on how to use LinkedIn to build their online network, thus increasing their chances of networking their way into a great job. Before that, Mark worked to grow a nationally recognized and award-winning virtual career center at www.ilostmyjob.com and www.careercentertoolbox.com to serve those who have been affected by the recent economic recession. In this role, he was responsible for leading development of unique online educational content and award-winning career coaching services for individuals in job transition. The site served more than 40,000 people per month from all over the world, using articles and videos focused on helping people through their career transitions. Building his network from scratch, Mark began a campaign to be found, and it quickly worked. By connecting, sharing relevant content, and staying up to date on everything related to online exposure, Mark rapidly built a solid, personal brand of authenticity and trust, and today is often found in the top 1% search results for LinkedIn consultants. Mark continues to grow his connection base and pay it forward by helping others first. Mark Lynch, 99@yahoo.com, and on LinkedIn as well. Welcome, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're my very first guest. I'm excited too. I guess the big question is, how did you ever get started using LinkedIn to help other people?
I like to say I got started organically. I've been in sales, outside sales, for 15 years. And for a 6-year period, I was in the pharmaceutical industry. And after three layoffs in 6 years, it took a toll on me.
I can imagine.
And after that third layoff, in fact, it's almost to the day 2 years ago, probably either today or tomorrow, but almost 2 years to the day when I was laid off from my last pharmaceutical job, I made a decision that I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to go back into the industry, but I need to do something different, and I need to stand out from the crowd. It's so competitive.
Absolutely.
This job market, and the old, what you call hard skills, just really don't cut it anymore. You really have to have the soft skills, but more importantly, it has to be known. So I'm a people person isn't going to cut it.
In terms of soft skills, what do you mean by that?
It's really, it's more about what you can do as a person to, it's really, or using your personal brand, what you can bring to an employer to provide solutions based off of your own experiences and your own skills and expertise.
So LinkedIn hasn't been around that long, but I'm hearing that there's, I don't know if you know the statistics, how many hundreds of millions of people know?
I do, because just yesterday, I have very close connections with LinkedIn, and I believe it was announced just last week that they hit the 200 million mark.
That's amazing, and I know it's from people from all walks of life, including CEOs and presidents of companies and so on and so forth.
Every Fortune 500 company has executives on there, and I have not been able to find a company that I've searched for that is not on LinkedIn. So from a company standpoint, to have a presence on LinkedIn is critical.
How do you think that LinkedIn can help a person who's looking for a job? What is the advantage of LinkedIn versus going to an employment agency or, just kind of putting your resume on Monster, a career builder?
Well, having been there myself and
me too.
Being very frustrated by what I would say is blindly submitting a resume to a job board. First, you have to hope and pray that your resume is formatted right so the resume robots don't throw it away.
Right.
And I think the response rate, if you're lucky, is 2%.
I think as recruiters, we call Monster and some of the other sites the black hole. Not to be insulting, but as a recruiter, I'll post jobs on Monster, Dice, Career Builder, and they get filled and I forget to take them down because I'm so busy. And that's a very common thing. You know, recruiters just forget the postings are no longer valid. They've been filled.
Yeah, and I've been there too. I've applied and the job's been filled. So it's kind of a waste of time on both ends.
It is.
But 2 years ago, having 30 connections on LinkedIn and family in the recruiting business who said, Mark, you got to network. I'm like, I don't know how to network. It's all about Facebook, but I embraced LinkedIn. And what I found was one step at a time. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Me too.
One step at a time to build my connection base and to really bypass the job boards. And what I mean by that is you can search companies on LinkedIn, or if I knew of an opening, I see a Monster or a Career Builder or any job board, I wouldn't apply. I'd go to LinkedIn, I'd follow the company, and I would see if I'm connected with anybody. And
Exactly.
the more you grow your network,
The more people
the
you're
more
connected to.
chances you have to be connected with somebody.
Because if I was looking for a recruiter job, I'd look on LinkedIn. Because the best thing about LinkedIn is when you're posting, it's free.
Exactly.
And recruiters love free. Because why pay for a Monster, Career Builder, Dice, which is a lot of money?
Yeah, I've come to find that out.
It's a
I think
lot.
it's really like, once it hits the job boards, it's kind of too late. I
But
don't
at
know how
least- yeah.
accurate that is, but
When you're applying through the job board, you don't have a name, an email, a telephone number. You've got nothing.
you have no
On LinkedIn,
you don't have personality. LinkedIn lets you showcase your personal brand or your personality.
and also when you're looking for a job as a job seeker and you have a good network built, if somebody at ABC Company posted a job that you're interested in, you might very well know the person or know somebody who knows the person who actually posted it.
Exactly.
Which
So-
is a name, a title, and perhaps even an email.
So what you're really doing is you're skirting around the job boards. You're not relying on just a resume to hopefully be looked at out of the thousands of resumes that come in. And you could literally find a company, see who you're connected with, and a secret, not a secret, but a tactic I had used in the
tip.
past, or a tip, was to see who I'm connected with, and if we're not in the first degree, to see what groups they belong to.
Absolutely.
And if they're relevant, I would join the group. If it's like Harley Davidson of America,
Yeah,
that's not
okay.
my thing.
There are so many groups on LinkedIn, which is another perk, where for any kind of discipline, anything that you do, including any military service, there's a group. And
Correct.
the beauty part is if there's no group, for whatever reason, you could create a group.
And
I
that's
think it's
actually a good
terrific.
way to, I started LinkedIn with 30 connections and I started my own group.
Starting groups is easy.
You know why? Because I didn't want to have my current title